Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. You already know it's that time again where you do my monthly wrap up. Okay, we're gonna talk about all the books that I read in May. These are only like, honestly these are like half of them. No, these are more than half. I don't know, we could do the math, but I read a lot on Kindle as well, so don't have all the physical copies, but we'll get right into that. But first, drink of the day. Okay, the Starbucks worker, she did her big one, okay? Actually, it's the caramel's kind of melted off, but it was covered in caramel. So good. This is a toasted coconut caramel with toasted coconut cold foam, okay? So good, delectable, amazing. And then, of course, we also have, please hold, our water, because stay hydrated. Okay, so let's just get right into the books. I don't even know how many I read. Hold on, let's figure this out. I think it's like 17 or something. I don't know what happened in May, you guys, but I'm just like a reading machine. Yeah. And honestly, there might be another one if I finish the book I'm reading right now today, because today's the last day of March. Nope, we're in May, honey. We're in May. We'll just see. Okay, yeah, I read 17 books. That's crazy. We're just gonna get right into it. Okay, first of all, we read Underlock by Mariana Zapata. Okay, this is my first Mariana Zapata book and she did not disappoint. Okay, now I said after I finished this, I said, okay, I'm gonna read all of Mariana Zapata books now. Have I started since I put this one down? No, or finished this one? No, but that's okay. We're still gonna get into it. Okay, basically this follows what even happens. It follows, I don't even remember her name. Oh my goodness. Dex and, what is her name? Iris? No. Yeah, Iris. I was right. Sorry. Okay, so it follows Dex and Iris. Iris is this girl and she moves back to Austin, or she moves from Austin. Moves back to Austin to live with her half-brother, and he is in a motorcycle like gang, and she needs a job because she doesn't have a job. So she gets this job at this tattoo parlor because her brother is like, I know the guy, you know, he's in the gang, motorcycle, it's club. Did I say gang? I meant to say club. Anyway, and so she's like, okay, I guess, except of course, you know, he's really rude and like mean. Anyway, but I loved that in this book, basically just kind of go from there. A Grumpy Sunshine. And then there's also like a plot in this where her dad, they call him her sperm donor, is terrible. He used to be in the motorcycle club and there's like this whole thing. So you kind of have to like follow that. Anyway, I loved that in this book, even though he's like being terrible to her. Well, not like terrible, but he's just, you know, he's a bit of a rude person. She doesn't like just like sit down and like let him, sit down and let him walk all over her. She's like, no, you're not gonna be mean to me. Get out of here. Anyway, but yeah, I just really love this book and I think I gave it 5 stars. Yeah, I got it 5 stars. Anyway, pick up a Mariana Zapata because it's good. I need to read the next one that I need to read. I think I'm gonna read Colty next. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll do.
Why is my camera already dying? I just changed my battery.
Okay, we're back. Anyway, gave it 5 stars. Really loved it. I don't remember what I was saying before that, but oh, I was gonna say that they're slow burn, but like this one doesn't feel, I don't know if it's different with the other ones. It was slow burn, but it didn't feel like long, you know? You know, like they didn't kiss until like 300 something. I don't even know. Anyway, I really liked it, so 5 stars. Next I read, oh, I actually don't have this one. Next I read Sinners Consumed. Nope. Sinners Condemned. This is the second book in the Sinners Anonymous series. It's technically, is it interconnected standalone? I don't know. I kind of forget now. But I feel like you should read the first one because I feel like there's kind of a plot that keeps going throughout. Yeah, probably read the first one. Anyway, the first one, Sinners Anonymous. They follow brothers, I think. This one follows, I kind of forget. So this one is the second book in the series, but it's part 1 of Duet. Have I even started the second one? No, I don't really know why. Rafe and Penny. Okay, so this one follows Rafe Visconti and Penny. I kind of low-key forget everything about this book. Rafe is part of the, I don't know, they have Devil's Dip or Devil's something, and they like run the mafia there. I don't even know. Is it mafia? Yeah, this is dark mafia romance. Anyway, Penny moves back to Devil's Dip. I think there's Devil's Cove and Devil's Dip. I think she's moving back to Devil's Dip, right? I don't know, one of them. Clearly I remember lots about this book. I feel like I read it 5,000 years ago. Anyway, she's moving back. She used to live there, and then she moved away, and then she's coming back. And she's I think she was like a pickpocketer. Not pickpocketer, but like a swindler. I don't even know. Anyway, you kind of just go from there. I think she starts working for him. Yeah. Now, I gave this 3.5. Honestly, I kind of think it was the time that I read it. I picked this up actually in, what was the month before May? April, I think, and then I just kind of never finished it. I read like one chapter. I was like, okay, let's actually finish this, and so I'm kind of wondering if I just wanted to read it just to finish it. It was still good, because 3 is still a good reading. I was just kind of like bored, okay, because nothing really happened. I fear, but I can also see, because everyone raves about Rafe, I can see, like, yes, he wasn't boring me. It was kind of just a story, you know, like the couple. I love the couple, but like the actual story, I'm kind of like, why is there 2 books for this story? I don't know. Maybe it'll totally change. Anyway, so I still liked it, just 3.5. And then the next book I read, oh, yeah, let's have a chat. Oh man, I read Deep End finally. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this follows Scarlett and Luke. So here's the thing. I love Scarlett and Luke. I gotta actually tell you the plot first. Scarlett and Luke, she's a diver, he's a swimmer. She had this accident, and so now she has a mental block where she can't do this type of dives. Lucas is actually in a relationship with one of the people on her team. Oh, he's a swimmer. Did I say that? One of the people on her diving team. And it turns out that they figure out that Scarlett and Lucas share the same spicy preferences, if you know what I mean. And Lucas' current girlfriend, they don't really align. And they also just like weren't like, you know, basically they're gonna break up. And yeah, so then they end up having this little, sorry, I'm inspecting the book, hold on. Fun. They have this little friends with benefits situationship thing. You kind of go from there. Here's my problem with this. Penny, Penelope, whatever her name is, the girl who was dating Luke before they break up and all these things, was also Scarlett's good friend. They end up like getting close. My review says I've never had such conflicting feelings about the book. This is why. I loved Luke and Scarlett, but Penny just ruined the whole entire atmosphere, feelings for them. I'm sorry. I can see how I feel like it could have been done correctly. She just really pissed me off the whole time. I'm sorry. Actually, not the whole time, because in the beginning I was kind of liking her. I was like, wait, actually, I kind of love you, Penny. And then I was like, okay, Penny, can we like... Her name's, they don't even call her Penny. They call her Pen. I don't know why I'm calling her Penny. Her name is Penelope. And they call her Pen. I don't know why I'm calling her Penny. But I was like, come on, girl. Can you just, like, get over it? Can we just, like, move on? Anyway, so for that reason, I think I gave it 3 stars, which is still a good rating. I was, like, such distraught after reading this, though. I think I have it, most of these books are in a video of some sort on my channel. And this was in one of my weekly vlogs, and I was also filming like what I read too. I was so distraught because I love the couple so much, like the couple and the epilogue and like them as a couple. I wanted to give them 5 stars, but I couldn't because of the rest of the stuff in the book. I was so distraught, and I kind of forgot about it until I saw this staring at me on my pile. So anyway, it's still like good, and maybe you'll like it. Penelope pissed me off, and I'm sorry. But I have heard some people love it that they have a character to hate. I just didn't like that. So anyway, I loved them though. And I didn't even know if I wanted to read this Ali Hazelwood book. I've read every other book. Well, actually, that's actually a lie. Most of every book of hers. I still have to read Check and Mate and then like all the novellas. But I've read like all of her like Love Hypothesis, Love on the Brain, Love Theoretically, Not in Love, Problematic Summer Romance, and I've read Bride and Maid, and I love Allie Hazelwood's writing. I don't think anything else has been less than a 4 stars, other than I've actually read Two Can Play, which is a novella, and I gave it 3 stars just because, like, it's a novella. Anyway, what was I even saying? Oh yeah, I wasn't even gonna read this until I saw them. She always has, like, crumbs of the last couple in the books. Oh yeah, actually one of the best parts in this book was seeing Olive and Adam. Is that their names? Yeah. They're from the Life Hypothesis. I'm obsessed with them. I'm so sorry. Actually, I don't care. I'm obsessed with them, and they were in this book, and I was like, chomping the bit. I'm so excited for the movie to come out. Oh my god. Anyway, but the point is, why I actually ended up reading this book is because I saw them in Problematic Summer Romance, Their Crumbs, and I was like, wait, actually, I feel like I could like them. So, I did like them, just didn't like Penelope, and she was a dark cloud over the whole sunshine of this book. Anyway. Moving right along. Oh yeah. Okay, the next 4 books. Okay, yeah. So I went back to the Kings of Sin series. I read King of Wrath. I've actually read it twice because I read it once before I was like really, really into books, like really back into books, and kind of forgot about it. Oh, I think I originally gave it like, I don't even know. I think it's a 4 stars right now, but anyway, and then I read it again right before I read King of Pride. King of Pride I read last year. I remember it was in like, was it last year or 2 years ago? I think it was last year. It was in like July or something. I remember because I was like gone while I was reading it. Anyway, yeah. So, okay, anyway, back to the thing at hand. The actual book I read was King of Greed. Now this follows, I don't even remember their names. I don't remember their names. Hold on. Dominic, or Dom, and Alessandra. This is marriage in trouble. They've been married and like in love for so long, and now they're kind of having troubles. They just kind of, you know, Dom just kind of likes work more than her. Well, not likes it more, but just, you know, prioritizes it. And you know what? That's okay. Actually, that's actually not okay. So one night, Alessandra finally leaves, and she says, "Girl, divorce." She says, "Divorce, babe, divorce. That's what we're gonna get." And you kind of just go from there. I'm not gonna lie, like nothing happens in this book. I gave it 3 stars. Here's the problem. You'll see this. I binged the rest of the series, honestly, just to be done with it. I'm so sorry. Because I had like a fun-ish time. Not even really that. I was like kind of giggling at some points of these books, and then the rest. The problem is I'm just like, these books are just like, they're just kind of meh for me, and I'm sorry. I am sorry, because I love the Twisted series. But I just don't get it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I wish I could, because I wish I loved every book I read. But like, it's just not the case for these. Anyway, so I gave that one 3. I think actually all of these, hold on, let's be real time. Okay, so I gave all these 2 stars. The next one was King of Sloth. Actually, I did kind of eat this one up. Funny story about this. The whole time I was reading this, I read his name as Xavier. Turns out, after I was listening, I think it was the next audiobook or something. I had to listen to the next audiobook. And I was like, wait, who is Javier? Who's Javier? Turns out his name's Javier, not Xavier, and I'm just stupid. So, follows Javier Castillo and Sloane Kensington, okay? She is his publicist, and he's just like, I don't really know what he's famous for. He's just kind of like a rich dude. He's just kind of, I don't even know what his family's famous for, but his family is rich, and so yeah. And he's the typical, like, she always has to go in there and clean up his mess because he's like party boy, F-boy, player, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, turns out he's been like obsessed with her for years since they met. Yeah, so you just kind of go from there. There's really, again, not much of a lot. I did like this one. I feel like probably better, at least a couple better than, I don't know. I also gave it 3 stars. Again, it's just like, not much going on. King of Greed. This one follows Vuk and Ayana. Ayana's a model. Vuk, I actually know what he does. He does something and he's rich. They're all like rich, but like teetering on the edge of dark romance. They're not dark romance. Anyway, the point is, oh my goodness, I just remembered something that happened to them. That's crazy. The point is that Ayana's actually gonna marry his best friend. Now, They're not in love at all. Ayana and the best friend. They're strictly doing this for convenience. It's marriage of convenience. He's been obsessed with Ayana forever. He's in love with her, well, not in love with her, but he's definitely obsessed with her. He's also mute by choice slash, not by choice. Wait, is it by choice? It's by choice. Anyway, yeah. Honestly, you just go from there. They end up, together because it's a romance book. Here's the thing. My review says, I love the couple, but I feel like this low-key to have been shorter. I don't say I love the couple. I liked the couple. No, actually, I really did love the couple. I liked them. The book, why was it like 5,000 pages? It's 500. But like, I don't know. And like this thing that happened at the end, I feel like it kind of came out of left field. And I was like I understand, but also it's like, I don't know. I don't know why I'm being a hater. It's 3 stars. I liked it. The last one that's out, I read, King of Gluttony. This one follows, I don't even know, Maya, I don't know which way. Maya, no, it's Maya. And Sebastian, they are like childhood rivals. Well, I don't know if it's childhood, but like very much rivals in school. He got valedictorian. They've always been to the same schools. He got valedictorian and she got salutatorian. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Basically, he was like top of the class and she was second. And they like held it over, she's held it over her head. He's held it over her head their whole life. Turns out he's been obsessed with her. They're also like in the food business and they end up having to work together and then they're like fall in love, and then like, yeah. Anyway, 3 stars. I liked it, but like, again, as I've been saying, just not much to write home about, if you catch my drift. Anyway, the next, if you didn't know, Off Campus came out this month, and after it, I decided, you know what, I haven't read Bar You. So we went to binge the Bar You series. So, I've read The Chase. This one follows Colin Fitzgerald. People call him Fitzy. He has like 5 different names. Here we are. And Summer's Dean's sister, who's in the score, and he's gonna be the next season of Off Campus. Oh, I'm so excited. Anyway, again, these books, okay, so here's the thing where I'm just literally a person of hypocrisy, because I guess I'm just picky because, as I said in the whole Kings of Sin series, nothing happens, and I'm kind of bored. These ones I say nothing happens, but I'm eating it up. So like, actually, but that's not true, because they do have like, Anyway, she ends up having to live with him and 2 other guys because her sorority kicked her out or something. I don't even know. I don't even remember. And they kind of just go from there. They've liked each other. Their opposites attract. Grumpy Sunshine, he's full of tattoos if you can't see it. And you kind of just go from there. And it's really good. And I really liked it. But then there's some drama with one of the other guys. You kind of get that. Anyway. Yeah, it's really good. So. Yeah, also like forced proximity because roommates. Anyway, I give it 4 stars. Ate it up. Okay, actually then, I know I said I binged Off Campus, Briar You, but I literally forgot. It's in a vlog, but I literally forgot. Girl, Fever Dream by Elsie Silver came out this month. Okay, this one follows Emmett and Julia. Julia Silva is actually, her name's Julia Silva, duh. She is Theo's sister from Reckless. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Emmett is a bull rider. Also, let me just tell you, before this came out, when it got announced, I don't know why, I was like not really excited. I was excited because like Elsie Silver, but I was like, for some reason I just felt this impending like feeling that I wasn't gonna like it. I don't know why. Maybe it's because there's reality TV in it or something. Anyway, basically he's a professional bull rider and his family farm is like not going down the tubes, but like they need some money. They're in the red. They're bleeding. So he agrees to be on this reality love TV show. Basically The Bachelor, but ranch. And she works for the TV show, and they kind of just go from there. They also have like this little history. When I say history, they know each other because he's rivals with Theo. Okay, and there was a situation where he saved her. I'm just gonna say that. And yeah, it's so good, guys. Also, Emmett, he's like emotional, and I love this book. Also, this cover, so good. If you couldn't tell, 5 stars. I'm so excited for the next one. I don't know when it comes out, but it's a series, so I'm assuming she's gonna keep writing. Hopefully, it's like that, but no word about that. But she can take as long as she wants because I love Elsie Silver. But also, please, I need a new Elsie Silver book because like last year I read them all. Now I don't have anything to read by her. Actually, I literally do have the novella, but like still haven't read that. Anyway, 5 stars. Okay, anyway, I'm like on one. I read the rest. Okay, we went back to Briarview. This follows Jake Conley. And Brenna. Right? Wait, why did I just forget? Her name is Brenna, right? Hold on. I gotta really make sure. Yeah, Brenna. Okay. Brenna is the daughter of the coach of the Briar team. Hockey team. These are all hockey romances, if you don't know. I mean, there's like ice and a hockey stick right there. He's on the Harvard team, I think. So they're like rivals. Also, she loves hockey. I personally don't know anything about it other than hockey games. I mean, hockey romance. But I love that for her. She's like in it. She's like, we're gonna win. Okay. Anyway, she's a really big hockey fan. And so she's very much like, you're our biggest rivals. I hate you, Jake Conley. You get the crumbs in the first book. Anyway, but they end up having a little... They actually had to fake date. I literally forgot about that. They have to fake date because of the situation with her work. Her job that she's trying to get, her internship. The guy who's in charge of it, piece of crap. I hate him. I wanted to actually throw this whole book at him. The whole series, all of Elle Kennedy's books. I just want to hit him with it. Anyway. So they end up having to fake date, and of course, you know what that leads to. They fell in love. I mean, it's a romance book. What do you think of it? Anyway, I give it 4 stars. I loved this book. Loved this book. Yeah. So good. Next, I read the play. Yeah. This follows Hunter and Demi. Hunter's actually the friend that, like, had a situation with, Summer in the first book. He has taken a vow of celibacy because he thinks that his behavior hurted was part of the reason that their hockey year was, actually it was good, but he just thinks, he's like, I need to get my head in the game. I need to focus on hockey. And he has to. Then there's Demi, and they're in the same psychology class, and they end up getting partnered because, like, well, they just end up getting partnered. Okay, she has a boyfriend in the first part of the book. Ends up, he's terrible and he's gross and he's icky, and they break up because he's maybe cheating on her, and I really didn't like him. Anyway, so she wants a rebound, and she's like, "You could be my rebound." It's like, no, I'm celibate, and you kind of just go from there. And I just love this book. It so much. I loved her, loved him, loved them together. 4 stars. 4 stars. 4 stars. Guys, what is happening? Anyway, next I read... Oh, I just kept going. I read The Dare. And this one follows, I don't even remember, Connor and, what's her name, Taylor? Taylor gets dared by her sorority sister that's, hate her, piece of trash. No, sorry, they make up in the end. I just don't want to, like, do they make up in the end? I have no idea. She's not really that bad. I just didn't like her because she's kind of mean. Yeah, so she gets dared to, like, hook up with the hottest guy of the girls choosing, not Taylor's, the other girls. And she's a curvy girl, not, you know, stick, skinny, thin, whatever. Anyway, so she's like, don't want to do this. So she goes up and she's like, I just need you to pretend. Oh, the guy that the girl chose was Connor. And so she's like, hey, I just need you to pretend, come up to the room, just pretend like you're we're doing something, but we're actually not gonna do this, I promise. Connor, he's like the guy to get with, and he's getting with everyone, but he's like, you know, he's feeling kind of down because actually I kind of got sad for him. There's like a instance in here where he literally gets his picture taken, no consent, after they, like, a girl and him spend the night, and she literally just posts it on Instagram. Not like, I don't think anything, I actually don't know if it was Instagram. Anyway, so he's feeling a little objectified by all the other girls. And yeah, so then he kind of is like obsessed with her, but then they also kind of have to fake a fake date because said terrible sorority sister girl, like, nobody would believe that her and him would be together. And so he's like, that's dumb. She's hot, I'm hot, we're hot together. Like, pretend we're together. And so they kind of fake date, and then, you know what happens. Yeah, anyway, 4 stars as well. Now, then I read The Legacy, which, if you don't know, the off-campus Briar U universe, what you're supposed to read is, which I don't even really know why. Actually, I do know why. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know why. Read the off-campus books, which are up there. You can't see them. But it's the deal, the mistake, the score, the goal. Then you read Briar U books, which we just went through in that order. And then you read the Legacy. I have a vlog of me reading this. I couldn't stop saying that. I'm just gonna shut up. It's technically book 5 in the off-campus series. It's just like epilogue novella. It's not a novella, an epilogue book, extended epilogue novel. There we go. Yeah, you just get them. Okay, so I gave this, what did I give it? A 3.5 or something? A 3.75. Okay. Because here's the thing. I understand the, like, plot roller coaster thing that everybody learns, but why were they all kind of, like, miserable in their lives? Like, I just wanted to giggle and kick my feet, and, like, they had, like, yes, I understand that we're gonna have a problem, but, like, I don't know. I got kind of sad about that. But also, I love these characters, so I still gave it, you know, 3.75. And I mean, I would say read it after, especially if you, like, loved Off Campus and Briar U, definitely read it. But, like, I was kind of sad. But that's okay. They're all happy in the end. That's all that matters. 3.75. Okay, next, what did I read? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Guys, we're getting to the end. Okay, I read, oh my gosh, Every Summer After. This one I actually started reading. Also, it kind of has food on it. Because I was maybe reading on my lunch and I kind of got it dirty. So just disregard that. This one I started reading, I don't know, sometime earlier this year, and I was like, actually, don't want to do this, and so I stopped. And so I stopped DNF'd it. And then we decided to read it because I was like, you know what, we just gotta pressure through. Whatever. I actually really liked it. Now, the conflict, this is, oh yeah, should I tell you what it's about? Maybe I should tell you what it's about. That'd be crazy. Maybe I should do that. Okay, so this is a second chance romance. You're in dual timeline. Basically, Sam and Percy, oh, I love them. Percy, her name's Persephone. Everyone calls her Percy, you know. Actually, not everyone, just them. Whatever. Percy gets a lake house. Her family does, when she's like 13 or something. I don't know. And Sam and his brother, Charlie, don't know why, I just forgot his name, so sorry for that, they're neighbors. And so they end up being friends, and then eventually Sam and Percy get together, you know. But something really bad happens when they're, I don't remember how old, like 18 or 19. Torn apart.
Sisters torn apart!
And they broke up. And then a long time later, like 13 or something years, I don't even know, she gets a call. And, just making sure I can say this, yeah, their mom died. So she's like, of course I'm coming to the funeral. I'm coming to the cottage. Anyway, that's not, different story. And so then she has to be back by Sam, and they kind of just rekindle their love and their friendship and everything. There's a scene, oh my goodness, I actually want to throw up, where she walks in and she's like, Sam, and he's like, turns around, he's like, you came home, and he's like, I came home, and I was like, anyway, now I gave it 3.75. here's the thing, I loved them and I love their relationship, but the third act well, not the third act conflict, it's actually the conflict of what tore them apart. I knew what was coming because I heard rumblings of what happened, and then I like could figure out as I got closer, and I was just like, oh. Like I understood. And after they talked about it, not they all, they talked about it and like, you know, dissected it and everything. I was like, okay, like I get it, but also I'm like, that's kind of crazy. And yeah, 3.75, obviously still a very good rating, almost a 4, but not a 5, but that's okay. That's okay. I really did love it. I'm gonna be watching the show that comes out June 10th every year after. Yeah, year after. And yeah, okay, so loved that. I'm honestly so glad that I like finally read it, because I knew if I didn't read it, that would just be staring at me. And also, like, obviously I liked it, so. Okay, next I read immediately into One Golden Summer, which these are technically like, you can read them as standalones, but if you read this one first, you will get the things spoiled for you that happened. Anyway, this one follows Charlie. I love this cover also, like, beautiful cover, okay? 5 stars just for the cover. Anyway, this one follows Charlie, which is Sam's older brother, and Alice for her name. Alice took one summer with her grandma when she was 17, and she ended up taking this picture of these 3 people on a boat. And she always thought about her, that's her picture that like got her into photography. Like it was perfect, she didn't need to edit it at all, and like that's the picture that made her want to be a photographer. And so she ends up going back to the lake like long time later. I don't know, she's like 30 something now. She's 33 because she turns 33 at the lake. Anyway, with her grandma, because her grandma had like a hip surgery or something. She had a hip replacement. So they go to the lake, and ends up Charlie was one of the guys there in the picture. And you kind of go from there. She actually has like this list because she's having like just a life slump. Like she hasn't felt like she's photographed anything like for her. Also, her boyfriend of a long time, I forget how many years, had broken up with her, or they broke up. 2 months later, he's engaged. Which that's not even a big plot point, but I was just like, I was reading that and I saw that and anyway. So yeah, she also has this, like, she makes this list where she wants to have like not a 17-year-old somewhere, I forget what she called it. But she has this list. She's like, oh, she wants to re-find her inner child, basically. And it's just so good. I loved this book. 5 stars. Ugh. I loved it so much. We also get Percy and Sam in here, and I love them even more. Oh, I just love this book. I hope that there wasn't any more plot sides, right? Yeah, Charlie and her obviously, you know, get together because, again, romance book. Anyway, it was really good. I said 5 stars. I hope that they make this into the show, or I don't know if like they're entwining that with every summer after, every year after, whatever. Anyway, 5 stars. I loved it. Next, what did I read next? I think I know what I read. Oh no, I read this first. Oh my goodness. We read Ready or Not. Ready or Not. Okay. Ready or Not. This follows, I don't even remember her name. Eve. I don't know why I keep doing this. I don't even remember her name. Okay, Eve and, well, you mainly just follow Eve. And she ends up knocked up. And she had this one night stand with this dude, ends up preggers, and so she goes to tell him. Turns out he's in a complicated relationship, okay, situation, okay. Now, he didn't cheat on anyone, but things happen, you know, things have happened, and it's just complicated. So whatever, she's like, okay, great. Not that, okay, I kind of led you astray there. Basically, she tells him he's pregnant. He still wants to be, whatever. So, her best friend, Willa, has been struggling to get pregnant. And so when she tells her, her friend's like not very excited and like all this stuff, you know. And there's like some tension there. Turns out her brother's best friend, no, her best friend's brother, who they're also like childhood friends, like grow up together. Shep really steps up to the plate and has really just helped her through it. Oh my goodness, I love Shep so much. You couldn't tell, he's the love interest. He's the love interest. Why am I being like this? Anyway, you kind of just go from there. There's so many things that happen. It's so much more than just like a romance book. I would say it leans more like an Emily Henry book where it's like mostly women's fiction and then there's crumbs of like the romance, you know, but I guess, well, it's more than crumbs. Whatever. I love this book so much. So much. So much. 5 stars. Like, I still think about this. I finished this, I guess just 2 days ago. I finished this on Friday. I like got sad when I finished it. I was like, wait, but I'm gonna keep reading about them. And there's this nurse Louise. I love her so much. I love her so much. I love everyone. I love her. I love Shep. I love Ethan. I love Willa even. I don't know how to say Willa's husband's name, but I love Willa's husband. I love Eve. I just love everyone. I even love her brothers, her older brothers. And it's so good. There's the birth, like when she goes into labor, that scene, I wasn't laughing, but like you just have to read it to understand. It was like so perfect and like encapsulated like how their whole like family, like I don't know, I said family, but like family gets to get, like fits together, because obviously she's not in love with the baby daddy, but the baby daddy's there and Shep is there, and just, oh my goodness, I loved it so much, so much. I want to keep reading about them. I want a second book. I want more. I want more, but there's no more. We want more movie. There's no more. So, yeah, anyway, 5 stars. I think you should really pick this up. I have got Promise Me Sunshine, and I need to read. This is my first Cara Bastone book. I need to read all of them because I loved her writing. I just love this. Oh, I just loved it so much, you guys. Like this, so good. So good. Okay, and then the last book we read in May was finally read Behind the Net. I don't have this. I read it on my Kindle, so pop up a picture. Whatever. You know, what I've been doing means I don't have a physical copy. Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. This is the... I don't know, I'm clapping. I'm so sorry. This is the first book in the Vancouver Storm series. This follows Pippa and Jamie. They both knew each other in high school. She ends up having to be... It's hockey romance. She ends up having to be his assistant because he moves back home to Vancouver to be in the Vancouver hockey team because his mother has some panic attack situations and he's like, I gotta take care of her, whatever. He ends up getting an assistant because he has this little dog and the little dog's so cute. Anyway, turns out it's her. Literally, they both think that the other one doesn't remember them from high school. Whole thing, it's Grumpy Sunshine, okay? And she just got dumped. Well, not just, but her boyfriend was in the like music industry. She's also a very good singer, you know, so she was like on tour with this dude and he's actually just a terrible person. Yeah, you just kind of, yeah, so now she thinks she can never do music again, blah 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 blah. You kind of go from there. There's a little fake dating, not like whole fake dating, it's just like they pretend that they're together in front of her ex situation, then they end up together. So yeah, I liked it. My review says cringed a bit, but also ate it up. There were some things that cringed. Okay, he calls her Songbird, and I'm sorry. That just took me out. I gave it 3.5 though. I really did eat it up, and I will continue the series. Just I don't know when. Anyway, so that's all the books I read in May. I don't know what happened, but I just read so many books. This is not normal, but maybe it'll be my new normal. Who knows? I maybe will fit. I'm currently reading Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It. I keep forgetting what the name is. That's why I had to read it. I don't know if I'll finish that today, but either way, you'll just see it in my next wrap up because we're done here today. So go read a book. I'm gonna probably read mine or watch Vanderpump Rules or like eat maybe because I'm kind of starving. Sorry yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's literally it. I'll see you next week. Yeah, follow me on Instagram, Goodreads, TikTok, Fable. All my links will be down in the description. I will see you right back here next week with another video. Bye!